But the defense did a poor damn job. They didn't do nothing. The prosecutor's photos were 58 photos, okay, showing what they deemed as all the evidence they needed. The defense only had 14 images, bro. I will bring them up now for you, bro. 14 images, bro. All 14, 13 actually, is all about Eddie. You proved that he know him in 3 photos of him and Eddie. He had his mom join. He had it out. That's all the photos you could bring up? Nothing else? You can't obtain no other photos to come bring up in this thing right here, bro. That's it. Just Eddie. That's all. He just dying on this Eddie Hill. That's all. That's weird as hell, son. That's weird as hell to me, bro. Come on, son. It's weird, bro. It's weird. It's weird to me, bro. It's weird. Hold up. Let me pull up their photos real quick. It's crazy. Let's go through their photos. Look. Look. Come on, we can get through all of this, bro. Hold up. Is there the photos? No. Let me go through here. Look. Boom. Boom. Watch. Here we go. Let me show y'all. This is nasty work, bro. It's nasty work, bro. Look. Look. Make sure y'all can see it. Have y'all seen it? Let me remove the 911 call. Let me add this to the stage. Look. This all 8 photos, bro. All the defense brought up, bro. Look. Which we understand. This Eddie on the right here. This him. This his mom's 50th birthday party, her in the black. Right? Eddie, Karmelo and his mom. So, Eddie saying, acting like he don't really know him that well. So it goes to show that he does know Eddie, obviously, right? They cool making duck lips. They together playing basketball, hanging out with his family. Everybody's Spanish but Karmelo, right? Karmelo and the girlfriend must be Eddie's cousin, the girlfriend or so, right? Look like they on a double date, him, Eddie, Karmelo, the cousin, maybe Eddie shorty, right? They roasting marshmallows over an open fire, right? There go Karmelo again. He holding her hand. No, is this the mother girlfriend? I don't know who it is, but probably one of them is. She's holding his hand, though. Obviously, he's like family to these people, right? They got some love, Karmelo, right? Always around the family. Him and him rocking out. Look, they rocking out. He playing PS5s. Him and Eddie chilling. Opposing teams. Okay? Same team that Hunter plays for. You don't think that they ever saw each other before? If him and Karmelo is on the field next to each other at a meet, okay, and Eddie is sitting next to Karmelo and he's the opposing team, you don't think there's a history to say that maybe Karmelo, Austin, and Hunter maybe seen each other before, maybe known of each other at some point in time at all? You don't try to speak to any of that? You don't try to go finding some evidence on that? But look, they all benching Bati all cool right here, even though Eddie acting like he ain't know. They so the defense is like, so if I bring up a photo right now, you and him at a meet, then what? Eddie acting like he mums the word. See what I'm saying? And then this is their last photo, bro. Just to show that this image right here, it just shows that Karmelo is in the second row in the second box. It just shows that he was awarded a team captain in 2024. And that's all the photos that they provided. That's it, bro. What the hell is that, bro? What is it? That's all the photos, bro. You want to go through what the prosecutor's photos look like? Come on, bro. Let's go through the prosecutor's photos. We'll show you what they looking like, bro. Them people ain't playing no games, man. Stupid. Come on, bro. Look, prosecutor's photos. Okay, they proving their case. That's what they coming to do. They coming to prove their damn case. Look, prosecutors photos. Look how they coming through. 1 of 58. Make sure y'all can see. 1 of 58. You see the top of the box. 1 of 58, homie. They ain't come to play. They coming through. Straight. Look. Setting the scene from the first one. This the whole field. Boom. Aerial view from the skies, from the heavens. Austin walking in with his dark colored gray New Balance sneakers. His brother walking in with the white. Shows the difference in between the two because they dress like twins. As he was under that tent, he ends up putting on a coat because we see it from the prosecutor's photos that Austin had on the coat when he was poked because he bled all into that coat. He bled all over the coat. So obviously he had a coat on at some point, right? Karmelo getting ushered out the building by Officer Cortez and Officer Richie. That's the woman. Her name is Officer Richie. So even in Cortez's body cam, the date is off, but on Richie's body cam, the date is right. She walks up on Karmelo and them on the scene. This is probably when he's talking to them saying, I told him not to touch me. This is that time. Look, they showing him being pointed out. 2 people pointing him out. People still pointing him out, pursuing him. They still pointing him out, trying to get the attention of somebody. Still pointing him out. He begins to walk, stops running. Still pointing him out. Then he gets to the staff member around this area right here. He gets to the staff member right here. She tells him no, to go back the other way because you can exit from the track meet right here. This is the same place that the police just walked him out. That's the entrance into the meet. It's the entrance to the field. So was Karmelo trying to boogie, period? Don't know. But that's the way he was running to. This is where he was running to. Okay? He was running towards the exit, period. This is probably where they found the weapon at, where the altercation happened at, right? Shows the coach messages. Okay? You dudes never stay and celebrate your team, and you guys don't win. So what value are you bringing the team besides coming out and celebrate yourself? So listen, man, we're not bringing them to the meet. That's from the coach. That's from the coach. They bringing Ramir and Noah to the district meet, not y'all. This is the message to Austin from a coach. You and Rhett are on the early bus. Remember, they telling him that he's a leader. This is what the prosecution brought this up for, to show that he's a leader, right? But they're telling him to be a leader in a way to say, step up and be a leader to the younger people that's on the team as well, right? Be a leader. I need you and Rhett to hold us down, okay? I will be helping with hosting the meet. So I'm going to be leaning on my older guys. But we do see that he says, you and Rhett on the early bus, get the tent and whatever else we need. Okay. Karmelo's team coach said they did not bring his tent because they didn't have the manpower to put it up. This is part their fault. Okay. Whether you want to think it was raining a lot, it was raining a little bit, it was raining at all, right? If they had their tent up, there's damn sure no reason for Karmelo to be over there at all. None whatsoever, bro. I don't care about no damn Eddie. Eddie threw his ass under the bus anyway. But Centennial High School coach did not bring their tent. It's negligent as hell. Especially if the prosecutors are saying that each tent serves as a locker room. They're trying to say it serves as a locker room, right? It's more open than a locker room, but this is why they ran their case. So why don't his team have their locker room then? Who's to blame for that? Karmelo? No, the coaching staff. The coaching staff. Okay, the scene, the aftermath. The first responders, they got there pretty quickly. Situation happened like 10 o'clock. They were there by 10:05. We know that because we also hear it from the 911 call. When the call ends, they say it's 10:05. And we heard, they say Mason phone call. But as soon as we see, he says, "Oh, thank you for coming quick. Yeah, I can hear them. I see them in the distance." He could already see the responders coming, and we see when Karmelo is exited out of the track meet, when he said, "Oh, I told him not to touch me," we see that the paramedics and the fire department are walking right past Karmelo out the entranceway. They're coming in the entrance. Carmelo's going outside the entrance with the cops to the car. You see that? So they responded pretty quickly. Okay, they responded pretty quickly. Look, the kids left all type of stuff. Phones is here. All type of stuff is around. Look, something tragic just happened. The teammate just got unalive. This high book bag that's up here is Carmelo's. Karmelo dropped his book bag, dropped the blade, dropped everything, and got a boogie in. Okay? Look, they got the weapon. They got the weapon with, you know what I mean, the fluids on it. Look, they got all type of evidence. Look, they got bad pictures. Setting the scene for you. Setting the scene. Tarp is up now. All of that. Look. Tarp with Carmelo's book bag on it. He grabbed a random book bag. Just so happened it was Carmelo's book bag that the officer grabbed. He didn't know it was Carmelo's. Kind of find out it was. Look at Austin's coat. Right? His sneaker left at the scene. Carmelo's book bag with his team logo on the book bag. The contents of his bag is going to come up. The evidence marker with the knife. The weapon again. Close up of the weapon again. The inches of the weapon. 3.5 to the dot. Another view of it showing you that it's one of those flick out a knife with the thumb push, and you got to squeeze in the inside of it to make it go back down and retract into the sheath. Right? Look at this. Look at the coat. The inside of the coat. Look. Bled right out into his coat one time. The contents of his bag. Look. He got one of these. Electrolyte drink mix. Hydration multiplier. A hydration multiplier. This thing. This is what he had. Okay. That's that right there. This. Okay. Electrolyte drink mix. Some peanuts and stuff. Right. The Afro pick, some Aquaphor grease, some car keys, and all of that. Chargers, a Scooby-Doo crossword puzzle. It's kids, bro. Got a Scooby-Doo crossword puzzle, bro. Think about that. Muffins, a ski mask, look like a Pooh Shiesty, a chain with a cross on it. Right? His sweater with the one stain of blood on it. The evidence marker on the blood. The actual spot, the actual stain. The back of the hoodie. The actual cut that he sustained on his hand. Because they think that because the officer told him on the body cam footage, yo, listen, man, you got some blood on you, bro. So don't lean back yet. Just try to sit up forward. And he ended up taking a picture of this. But in court, they testified that that was sustained, that he sustained a cut, Karmelo, during the incident, after the incident, whatever. After this image right here, there's an image of Austin's wound. Can't show you that. It's crazy. Respect to the unalived, YouTube as well. You know that. They don't want to see that, right? It's graphic in nature. It's graphic in nature. When you look at his wound, come on, bro. Some people saying that Austin deserved it, they deserve that. They kids to me, bro. They kids, bro. I can't say that. They're kids, bro. Children, bro. And as children, sometimes grown people don't know no damn better. They're young people, bro. It's the craziest thing that some people get to live past some of the things they've been through. Karmelo and Austin, no. Austin most definitely didn't get to live past it. He died, bro. And now Karmelo is in jail doing 35 years. And that's going to be the hardest thing that he can do straight up in his life. It's the hardest thing ever to do. It's time in prison, bro. You got to become savage really quickly, bro. Really quickly, you got to become a savage, bro. And I don't think he was a savage. I don't. So when Angry Man was saying he's a King Von, he did something, but I don't see him as no King Von, bro. I don't. I think he was scared. I think he was trying to protect himself, and I think he was scared, bro. You know what I mean? For real. Austin was a big boy too, bro. Get it twisted. You know what I mean? But that's why it's good for you to know how to fight or stuff like that. But we could sit here and guess and guess and guess and say you should have known how to fight. You shouldn't be scared. You should want to fight. He pushed you. You should want to push him. He grabbed you. You should want to fight him. We could sit here and think about a bunch of things, bro. But none of us know what Karmelo was feeling in his mind. And that's why I think it's bad that he didn't get a chance to speak for himself and actually let everyone know what he felt. I think it would have gave everybody a chance to see him as that kid that he was when it happened, regardless if he was being charged as an adult. Period, bro. Period. And he is found not guilty. Will there be an apology from the public? Oof. Candy. I don't know. It's a process, though. It's most definitely a process. It takes a lot to get retrials, you know. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. It most definitely does. So we're not going to say that that's an easy process for him to get a retrial. It takes a lot, you know. I doubt even if he did win it, his appeal or whatever the case, I doubt he'd get an apology of anything. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he still was a part of an unaliving someone. Whether you want to say he did it with the force, Austin fell on him, he had it. It's all kind of stories being thrown around the internet right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's all kinds of stories being thrown around, regardless of the fact he's on camera saying that he did it. Not only is he saying that he did it, he said, I know how this goes. You know how what goes, bro? What are you talking about? That was the craziest thing I ever heard him say. What do you know how what goes, bro? Mum's the word, sir. Mum is the word. Straight. You don't know how nothing goes, bro. You're new to this, bro. You feel me? Straight. Let me bring up that real quick so we can see you real quick. Look. Hold up. Let me bring that up real quick for you. That is the entryway camera. No. That is actually body cam footage. Okay, body cam footage from here. Look, you can't hear it on Cortez's body cam. You can only hear it on Richie, the woman that comes up. Listen.
It's the alleged suspect.
Okay.
I am. No, I'm not. Well, I know how it goes. I'm not alleged. I did.
Okay.
We'll be there in a minute. No, I'm not. Well, I know how it goes. I'm not alleged. I did.
Okay.
No, I'm not. Well, I know how it goes. I'm not alleged. I did.
Okay.
I am. No, I'm not. Well, I know how it goes. I'm not alleged. I did.
Okay. We'll be there in a minute.
It's not a good look for you to say that. You know what I mean? I could think like, you know, in the beginning, I'm saying, all right, if you did something in self-defense and you're just speaking something truthfully, then I get it. There's no reason for you to lie, even though you shouldn't be talking to officers about anything because officers can't help you to do nothing. They're there to process everything, process you, document whatever they need to document and book you. That's what they're there for. Not there to help you at all. You know what I'm saying? But you saying you know how this goes. How do you know how this goes? How? What, you seen it on the news? You've seen it in real life? Have you been through a situation like this in your life? So what makes you think that you know how this goes? So these are not helpful things for him. It's not helpful for him. You know what I mean? It does show in some ways during and after the situation, it shows that he did have some remorse. He did say he was crying at least. He did ask the officer, was he going to be okay? We did see that as well. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, So this Cortez's body cam.
And I'm just protecting myself.
If somebody is treating the victim, they need to be
First
over
thing
there.
he said is, I was protecting myself. First thing he says is, I was protecting myself.
And I'm just protecting myself.
If somebody is treating the victim, they need to be over there.
Under a memorial pen.
Don't reach for anything, all right, man? Stop right there for me. Dispatch 443. I got the suspects, and they're currently treating the victim. Again, he's on the north end of the stadium. All right. Any weapons on you like that?
They're currently treating the victim. So that's how fast the responders got there. They got there within a few minutes. Luckily, they did. But for them to help him, based on people that testified, based on people that know what the hell they're talking about, they said that he would have had to get to a hospital immediately. The chest cavity has to be broken for them to even go about fixing the heart. You have to break the chest cavity open to even go into even repairing the heart. Okay? Austin passed away right there on the scene. R.I.P. to him. It's crazy though.
I'll look here.
How long? He put his hands up there. I know I'm not.
4-4, copy, I'll be in route.
Help me, y'all back up a little bit. Come over here for me. Come over here.
447, clear.
I'm gonna put your handcuffs for now, okay? Dispatch 443. Everybody can slow down. I got the alleged suspect in handcuffs right now, detained.
Everyone else can slow down. Suspects detained in handcuffs.
Hold on. You can open up the channel, and medics are clear to come in. Have them come to the northeast entrance. That's gonna be a gate that's wide open there, and then you come to the victim from there.
Received.
This is the alleged suspect. So.
I am.
All right, bye.
Dispatch is 432.
Huh?
Yeah, no call.
Okay. We'll figure that in a minute. So nothing.
You see, we couldn't hear what Karmelo said, which is, I'm not alleged. I'm the one who did it. I know how this goes, because his walkie-talkie's going off. So that's how come we hear it on the other officer, the female officer, Officer Richie, as she walks up, you can hear that on her body cam. You know what I'm saying? That's how come, because he's calling into the CB and the walkie-talkie bleeping and going off. So you don't get to hear his response to Karmelo and Karmelo responding to him, right? Cool.
Nothing on your person at all?
No,
nothing?
No, sir.
Mind if I reach in your pockets and stuff and all that? Nothing gonna stab me?
No, sir.
Okay.
I'm going to be out with this. Racing.
I'm gonna a little personal there, okay? Just to make sure. Okay.
You want me to get up now?
All right. The victim's going to be underneath that tent over there, so I'll get medics.
Maybe something's different if Karmelo created reasonable doubt here and said, yo, I told them not to touch me. I told them. Maybe this goes more to that mindset of what people talk about. He was being jumped. Look at the eye. His eye looked like it got a little bruise on it. There's mad things we saying all online, everybody's saying. But if Karmelo said something like this, maybe this plays a little bit better, right? To say, yo, was he being jumped? Reasonable doubt, you know. Was he really being jumped under there, bro? Was they trying to jump him? And that's why he backed the weapon out on some real tight vibe. Besides Austin, he got other energies around him. You could see other people. Obviously, he's there. He's over there by himself, obviously, because he's with Eddie, and Eddie ain't no damn friend to nobody, obviously, right? And we watched the brothers come in at least 5 deep. First 3, and then the second 2, right? Austin's in the first 3. Hunter and his friend, I think Carlton or whatever his name, is in the back behind them, right? But we see that Hunter runs up, he touches his brother on the back and passes him and runs right in front of his brother. So he's a part of the first 3 now that ends up entering into the tent. And then he and his brother also enter in the tent as well. There's been a big discrepancy on who arrived first. Okay. people from the news, at first, Neek at Night, she also did a video and documented that I think Karmelo arrived. No, that the brothers arrived first, and then Karmelo arrived after. But then I spoke to Neek, and I think Neek said she went back on her notes, or the next following day they cleared it up in court, and she was able to find out. I think this is what Neek says, Neek at Night, because the news said this too as well. So I thought that the news also got it wrong, right? So they're saying that Karmelo was there first, and then then the twins came. Mel 777, which watching the world 777, Mel, he's saying that the twins came first, and then Karmelo arrived. Megyn Kelly played a video saying that the twins is in the tent, and then Karmelo arrives, and we can see him walk up behind them. This is a big discrepancy in information right here. It's multiple people saying different sides. Okay, you got the court TV, you got Neek and Knight, and certain people saying, "Yo, nah, Karmelo was there first," they say, and then the twins arrived. Okay, we got Megyn Kelly, who damn sure don't even like Karmelo, saying that the twins are there and Karmelo arrives. We got Watching the World 777 Mel saying that the twins are there and then Karmelo arrives. Okay, so there's a discrepancy on that information. I can't wait for the transcripts to come even fast enough. Again, I've been in contact with people from Texas, from the court. They said that we have to wait for the appellate procedure to happen first, and then I will be contacted, or I have to contact them back to get the transcripts, and then and only then they will let me know how much I have to pay to purchase the transcripts, and I will be purchasing them. So I'm saying, I want to get the story straight up. I hope I'm the first person with it straight. Seems like I'm the only person that got a response. So it's looking highly favored in my favor that I may be the first one to get those in my hands. Okay? Straight. I don't want nobody running down. Yo, give me the transcript, Oota. I don't know what they want to charge me for them. This ain't the Diddy trial. I gave everybody the Diddy transcripts for free. Everybody's charging $1,000, $100, $500. I ain't charging not a soul. Okay? This is not going to be that deal, though. I'm telling you right now. So, letting you know straight. So this is a real deal right here. And there's too much misinformation, so we need to get to the truth. Let's finish this out. Oh shit, my bad.
Memorial tent over there, guys. All right.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
What's happening right now? Victim is over here on the north end. They got staff standing to him right now. This is the alleged suspect. Right. Already? No. We searched them. We got nothing on him.
I don't know what happened.
423. Trackers have negative CPR progress for a little bit. Freezing. You know, the wrong thing. Freezing.
Sorry, over here or side? Up to you. It's up to you.
That's fine. This is closer.
Okay. Let me do one more little check of you, okay?
Yes, sir.
You don't mind for reaching your pockets, anything like that? You good?
You can. You're just wearing this one pair of pants? No, man. I'm wearing some little underpants. Well, yeah. But it's not like, no, ma'am, I don't think so. Okay.
Right. What's your name, man?
Karmelo Anthony. Karmelo.
430, show me out.
Okay.
Freezing.
Check one more time on this side. Have a seat here real quick, man. Watch your head. Let me check your hood here, buddy, okay?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, lean this way so you're not resting on your hands, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, see a little bit of blood on your hands there, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
402, I'm on scene.
So your first name is Karmelo?
That's when he takes the photo of Carmelo's hands that I just showed you in the prosecutor's photos, right? The same image right here. You see his hands behind his back, him in the car. Cool. Karmelo's going to ask about Austin if he's doing okay. He's going to ask this officer. He's just going to move forward. So let's just wait to hear that too as well.
Hello?
Karmelo.
Let's see. Hold on one second.
Is he going to be okay?
I don't know yet, man. Carmelo, C-A-R-A.
Ooh,
K-A-R.
good,
All
man.
right.
402, I'm on scene.
So your first name is Karmelo?
Yes, sir. Karmelo.
Let's see. Hold on one second.
Is he going to be okay?
I I don't know yet, man.
Is he going to be okay? You hear Carmelo ask him, he says, I don't know yet. And he just finishes processing Carmelo, right? He's inquiring about him. You know what I'm saying? It don't seem like he, you know what I mean, wanted to unalive him, probably get him up off him. Sounds more like that. But I don't think he really intended to unalive Austin. You know what I mean? Some people saying, yo, he did. He's convicted as an Emmer, so you're an Emmer. You know what I'm saying? You're an Emmer, bro. Because once you get convicted as an Emmer, you're Emmer, regardless if you're not or not. But it doesn't seem that he wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't seem that way to me. You know what I mean? Hold up. I'm gonna do it. Oh, I gotta go here, right? Share window. All right, cool. Share this window. All right, cool. So we got the footage, right? Boom. Did I zoom this out? Okay, look. So there's a first set of boys. Austin's in the front right now. His brother is running because I wondered how did the brother and Austin change positions? Because I'm gonna show you the entry video, the entryway video, the entrance into the meet. The first three boys that come in, Austin's with them. Then there's two boys that come in behind, and it's Hunter and his friend. But Austin is the one running. He runs up, touches his brother on his back, and then he passes him. And this is how he ends up in the front. Look. See, that's Austin right there. I mean, that's Hunter. See? He touches him there. That's Hunter. And he passes him up. He runs and jogs in the front. So that's how Hunter gets in the front of Austin, and he enters the tent first. Look. And we see Hunter has on white sneakers. Okay? We saw it from the photos I just showed you. I just showed you the photos on here. But I'll go into the entryway video so you can see it clearly. So look, you're going to see these first two people walk straight. Hunter is going to walk up into this gap and fill in that gap and sit down right there. So they're saying, some people are saying Carmelo's already here. I'm thinking if he was already there, it would have been up and popping from the very beginning. So I'm feeling like, was he there? Seems like the brothers was there and then he came. Remember, I wasn't in the court. I didn't get a chance to take my notes, which I'm mad at. Two sides are saying two different things. Some people are saying that Austin was there first. Some people are saying Carmelo was there first, right? But we do see Hunter is the first one. We can see his white sneakers. Like he breaks off. He's about to go up. See? You see the white sneakers. That's Hunter first. Goes up, sits down, steps over something. He's still standing up. He's sitting down. Now, this is his brother and the other friends coming up into the tent right now. All right. They say one arrived at 9:54 a.m. The other arrived at 9:56. Whether you say it's Carmelo that was there first at 9:54 and the brothers came at 9:56, or whether you're saying that the Austin brothers came at 9:54 and Carmelo arrived at 9:56, either way. Because remember, we got conflicting information that's going around online right now. Okay, cool. But we do see a figure walk in. Megan Kelly reported that everybody's going to be here, and then we're going to see a figure walk behind them in the tent and have a seat. And that's Carmelo. Because it seems 4 minutes after that is when the altercation happens, the actual thing happens, right? Many witnesses testified that they was telling him also, get out, man, just leave, man, get out the tent. Other people saying, yo, I think he got a weapon on Austin. Yo, this Frisco, I don't think he got no weapon. So, yo, you a B, you a punk ass me, you a B, you a P, so this whole kind of speculation, all kind of things being said underneath this tent at the time. So it may look cool, but it's not as cool as it's looking, right? So look. See, they sit down. It would make more sense that Carmelo wasn't there. I would think they would have got it popping from the beginning. Because he an op, not in the sense of ops, but you're an opposing team. What the hell are you doing on our tent? We don't want you here. You know what I'm saying? Why didn't they have the energy from already? But after a couple of minutes fly by, we're going to see a figure walk by and sit down. Where is it at? Let me find it. There you go. Look. See that figure? Look. That's somebody that comes right there and sits down. Boom. They're saying that's Karmelo that took that seat. They're saying that's Karmelo that took that seat back there. You know what I'm saying? And he's sitting behind Hunter. Remember, Hunter's the first person to sit in the gap that I showed you. So he's sitting behind Hunter. That's what they're saying. Was he in the tent already? Did he now move on that side of the tent to be behind him now, to be close to Eddie, to come talk to Eddie? I don't know. But we know that when it all pops off, Hunter looks backwards and runs up the steps like he's chasing after Karmelo, and then he comes back down to check on his brother Austin. So we do see that, so we can know that Karmelo's position is behind there for a fact. Is he the person that just walked in, or was he there already? This is one of the big discrepancies that's going on online. And we're gonna need them transcripts in our hands to really get down to the bottom of that. Straight. We're gonna need it, bro. It seems this way, right? So now look. So now they back there. I don't know if y'all can see my arrows, but this is Hunter in the front here. Seeming like Austin is next to him, maybe under the M. Directly under the M, Austin would be right here. Because we see that this person pushes past through here towards behind Hunter to get to Karmelo. Okay? Cool. Let's just go back a little bit. Let's go forward a little bit. Oh, look where he comes from. Oh, no. Look where he actually comes from. Look, under the M. Hunter's over. Okay, cool. You can see a line right here. Hunter is to the, Austin is to the left of this line right here. I was thinking more that Austin was directly under the right part of the M, but it's seeming like he's under the left part of the M, okay? The front part of the M. It's seeming like he's coming from here and he's coming in the way. One person testified that he moved fast and pushed Eddie out the way, right? You can see a figure coming from there. See? And that's where the altercation's happening. Rather than talking about what's going on. Yo, you got the weapon, you ain't got none. Whatever's going on with that. Let's forward a little bit. See, for 4 minutes, they in the tent. It's 4 minutes exactly. And then the situation happens. Wait, so look. See, you can see him push this way and somebody push back that way. And then Karmelo comes out the tent. One of Austin's friends and Hunter's friends that was with him runs like he's running towards Karmelo, but he runs towards the garbage. It looks like he dropped something in the garbage. I did see an image that popped up. I don't know how factual it is. It was saying of the toxicology report, of Austin's toxicology report. I don't know how true it is. So I want to make sure it's all factual, because it was saying like he had maybe some MDMA or something like that in his bloodstream. I don't know how factual it is. You know what I mean? I did see it from online. Okay. So I don't know how true it is. Remember, we in the world of AI now. Everybody's a damn artist and everybody's a damn scammer today now. You know what I mean? You have to have some actual talent to scam before. You know what I mean? But now anybody can create some image and just post it online and trying to go viral. Okay. And I just think that's just crazy. So I just want to make sure we get that right, to make sure if that is the exact toxicology reports, then make sure that is actually the right toxicology report. Feel me? I don't want them to just say, so what did he throw out? His friend, Carson, or whatever his name is. Hunter and Austin's friend. Yeah, look. He runs and pushes and throws something in the garbage. What was he doing? Look. Okay. But look, you know what Hunter was, because when it happens, look, you're going to see Hunter turn around and run after Karmelo. Look. You see him step over and then comes back down. That person stepped over and came back down. Looked like they was pursuing Karmelo at first, but then they weren't. Okay, let's skip through. Remember, he's being chased. He's chased to the woman, Tiffany or whatever her name is, the blonde-headed woman that walks him back to the other coach, right? That coach walks. He walks him. That's her behind him. You can see her. Walked him behind to the coach. The coach walks with him. The coach is going to break away from him, get distracted. The coach is telling him, yo, listen, man, you might have thrown your life away, man, if that boy passes away. See, he went that way, maybe to tell a student or something. Carmelo's walking. He stops. This is when the coach comes and tells him that. Look, you see Karmelo do that. You might have thrown your life away if that boy passes away. You see the coach put his hand on Karmelo, his left hand. You're going to see Karmelo put his left hand on top around him, and you're going to see like Karmelo's looking like he's whimpering, right? Carmelo's arm's going to go over. See it? Boom. He got his hand on this, and Karmelo got his hand like this. So they both got their left hands on each other in a hug. Right? Cool. Then, you know, they're waiting for authorities. We did see that the officer that came that arrested Karmelo, the first arrested officer, Cortez, he's going to come from behind the gate. So this is people around him that's going to be there, but the arresting officer is going to come from behind this same gate where you see these kids walking, the first initial place where you see Karmelo running, because that's what I just showed you that on the body cam footage, right? Cool. Let's skip through a little bit. See, he goes down towards there. So he gets to see Austin's there. Paramedics haven't arrived yet, right? I'm going to show you when the officer comes. He's going to go down on the floor right here. See? Let me just show you when the officer comes. When he starts to walk towards that fence is when the officer is coming. So he's there. See? That's where the officer comes. All right, man, stop for me, man. Don't do nothing, all right? Don't touch nothing. Don't make no moves, all right? That's the officer there behind the gate. Comes through the gate, gets Karmelo, and walks Karmelo down, right? Then that's where Karmelo gets down on the ground, right? That's where he's telling them, yo, I'm not the alleged. I'm the person that did it, and I know how this goes. That's what Karmelo's saying to him here. You're going to see when the other officer comes in, Richie, from her body cam footage, she's the one that gets it on audio, right? Look. She's not there yet. I think she's there right there. That's her right there, walking into the scene. That's her. That's her, the female officer that comes right there. Boom. Okay. That's how that went. And then that's it. And then they pick him up and go to where they're going to bring him outside the stadium, right? As they're bringing him outside the stadium, the first responders are making their way into the stadium as well. Okay. You see them go by? They're already right there. Look. The first responders is already moving there. They're moving aside already to go and help Austin, right? And just one more thing I'll just show y'all. Hold up, give me a second. Show y'all one more thing. Share video file, right? Video. Okay, cool. So this goes to show you. So remember when I showed you on that footage that Hunter, Austin's the first person. He comes in a group of 3, see? So I was wondering, how did Hunter pass him? But I just showed you how Hunter passed him because Hunter ran right by them, protected his brother on the back, and then ran past him, right? But we could see that Austin is a part of the first group of boys, which is 3, and Hunter is in the back with the second group, which is him and one person. There's 2 people. So altogether it's 5 boys. Okay, they're all on the same team, obviously, but they're all friends. Is what I'm saying. So this is where people get the illusion. Oh, it was 5 people against Karmelo. It was, they're trying to jump him. They was da. This is where some of that comes into as well, because we can actually see that they're already 5 deep going into the track meet, walking to the tent 5 deep, right? Cool. So let's just wait and see Hunter. Okay, there goes Hunter with a boy. This is the boy they saying that ran to the garbage. This boy back here. They're saying this is him that ran to the garbage and act like he put something in the garbage or something happened with the garbage. This is him. What was he doing with that garbage? Okay, but we do see Hunter here in the back. They're twins, so it's hard to get everything. You mix them up. But only reason why we know for a fact that he's not Hunter, that is not Austin, is because he has on white sneakers. And I just showed you the prosecutor's photos that show you that his brother Austin had on dark New Balance shoes, black, gray type New Balances, some dark gray New Balances, right? Cool. So you see them walk into the let's see if we could see him start to run. We might could see Hunter begin to run to catch up to them. We might could see that. See, Hunter begins to run, the friend too. That's when Hunter passes him. You can see it on this footage that Hunter begins to run. That's how Hunter gets in front of Austin and is in the tent before that. So we're going to fast forward because there's nothing happening. Everything that happened already. They're going to break down this tent right here, throw it over to the left. Then you're going to see, remember when Karmelo was on the floor? You're going to see that right here because this is the image of the part of where he's at on the floor. He's here. So the entrance video saw him on the floor when he's saying, I'm not alleged, I'm the one who did it, and I know how this goes on. Yeah. So this is that video is going to catch him on the footage too as well. So look, they're going to break down the tent. Look, you're going to see the tent break down. See? They're going to throw the tent over. Boom. Right? Because something tragic has happened. Okay? Okay, see the officers got him right there. They put him right there on the floor, Karmelo. Right? You're going to see the officer Richie, the female cop, walk up. She's the one that caught it on her body cam when he said, I'm not alleged. I'm the one who did it. I know how this goes. You're going to see her walk into the frame. Okay? She's coming now. So that's the female cop walking in right now into frame. Right? Cool. Now you're going to see that soon as Karmelo's getting walked out the spot, right? The paramedics are already there. They came very quickly, thankfully, but not quick enough, you know what I'm saying, to help Austin. But they really did arrive very, very quick. See, you can see the first responders right there. And Karmelo's walking by. They're going to actually move him to the side to get past. Stop. They go by him and they go inside. And this is Karmelo walking outside to the car that I just showed you in the body cam footage. And he's saying, oh, I told him not to touch me or whatever the case may be. This is when Karmelo's saying that. So we got to like piece all the videos together to kind of like make out what exactly was happening. You know what I'm saying? And that's Karmelo getting brought to the vehicle. All right. And that's how we have to kind of break things down. Some people saying this don't matter, that don't matter. Everything matters, bro. There's a bunch of misinformation going around online. Okay. Some people ain't seen the photos. Some people ain't see the defense photos. Some people never